Hey, this is Retro. I'm back. Hey, man, I've been gone quite a while, man, because I've been on Twitter and working back, man. So I wasn't able to do no video, man. I mean, no video, man. I just couldn't see myself doing one. But anywho, I just want to talk about some stuff, man, that I recently saw, online. I wasn't gonna talk about it. I wasn't gonna put my 2 cents in it, but you know what? I had to put my 2 cents in it, and this is everybody talking about when you go on Twitter. It's the trend right now. It's talking about what do you call that, baby, Sweet Baby Ink that's going on right now. Let me repeat that again. Sweet Baby Ink that's going on right now. And man, I'm here to tell you, man, I just can't believe how these people think, in the gaming world, how they think like the customers don't have no say. And I'm here to tell them, newsflash, don't customers that you always trip on and like they don't have a say, don't customers is your boss, man. I'm here to tell you, whatever, whatever gender you are, whatever pronoun that you is out there, the customers is your boss. If you turn around and don't have customers to buy your product, guess what? You got lay off. That's just like telling your left hand you don't. That's like telling your arm you don't need a hand. You know what I'm saying? Or you tell your right hand that you don't need no shoulders. Everything connected, man. That's just like telling your leg you don't need no leg. Okay, you need your whole body parts to function. When you hear these people on now, from Sweet Baby Inc. or anybody that come along and say, like the customers doesn't count, those the ones that write out your paycheck. When you talking against them and say like they don't have a say, don't trip about the layoffs. Cause when you get rid of the customers, which is your boss, you get massive layoffs. Okay? That's a news flash. That's a news flash for all of you that's sitting around here saying that the customer's opinion doesn't count. And I'm here to tell you it does count. So I don't know where they coming out with this stick that the customers don't have a voice. They really does have a voice. Cause when they boycott your games, who gonna buy your game? You not gonna buy them. So you can't say screw the customers. That's just like when I was looking at, I think that this movie called Friday Night Live with John Travolta, and John Travolta told his boss, when his boss was telling him he need to get a future, he need to do better in his future. And John Travolta told his boss out the future. And that's why I'm seeing what Sweet Baby Inc. or anybody else doing right now. When you say screw the customers. And what John Travolta boss told him and say, no, the future screws you. Okay? When you going against the customers and everything else, and talk about they voice don't count, don't buy our stuff and stuff like that. Everybody see what Hollywood been going through lately. You can't sit there and say that their voice doesn't count, but those are the ones who help paying your paycheck. That's like you biting the hands that feed you when you tell customers to screw themselves, but at the same time, those are the ones that help keeping the roof over your head. You know what I'm saying? So don't screw the customer because the customer got a bad habit of screwing you. And I'm here to tell you, nobody don't have to buy your games. To be honest, I haven't bought them. Do that make me a fascist? No. Nobody is not a fascist because they don't want to buy your product. You just got a bad product, okay? So you can't force nobody to buy your product and then you call them a fascist later because they don't want to buy your product. I made a statement, where we was on talking about Stellar Blade and all this old type of stuff. Talking about other games that we've been talking about on Twitter, on X lately. And I said, you know what? At the end of the day, after these influencers from Sweet Baby Inc. and all this type of stuff that's going on right now, the customers still got the last say. Because if you don't impress the customers going to take their money somewhere else. And I'm here to tell you, people do not have to buy your games. That is not fascism. That is not what you call it, because people don't want to buy from you. You just selling a bad product, and people do not care about your bad product. That's just like if you go and ask somebody for you go to a say like a guy on the corner selling pack of socks, and he just keep it and say he got the color of red, blue, black, white, all these type of socks, and so you say, hey, I want a pack of white socks because I'm dealing with foot issues, so and you allergic to that, and then the guy don't even have the white socks, so he's trying to sell you some socks that you don't want, and then you sit there and say, hey, no man, I don't want the socks. And then you see the man who's selling you the socks on the corner start trying to act aggressive towards you because you didn't want to buy the socks that you didn't even need. It's a medical reason that it can break your feet out or something like that, or cause you some kind of bad feet fungus because you don't want the sock with the dye in it. You want the white socks. That's just how business is today. When you try to push a product on somebody, people gonna get turned off, and they ain't gonna want to give you their money, and they don't got nothing to do with fascism or whatever. So I'm just saying, with these developers out there that develop these games, need to stop talking to customers and telling customers don't buy their stuff because they don't agree with them. That is not your job, person. Your job is to sell the product to the individual who's willing to buy it. Your job is to impress the customer, because I'm a customer. If you don't impress me to buy your product, I'm not going to buy it. But when you call me all these type of foes and whatever the name that you want to call me, I'm not going to buy your product, because that's not a good salesman. Okay, you don't call people names because they don't buy your product. All you have to do is sell something worthwhile. Impress that customer to buy from you. That's just it. So I don't know what's going on in today's society. When people get to the point of try to force their product on you, and all you have to do is impress them. If you impress the customer truly, they will buy. Like I had a statement with that they were talking about God of War, Ragnarok. I love the game. I love the story of the game. And then you had some people saying about they put the little black girl in the game. I said that didn't bother me the most. To be honest. But I love the fun factor and the storytelling of the game. So, so that's all I had to say about that. Then I did not know Sweet Baby Inc. Helped made that game. You know what I'm saying? But the other game that they did, like the new Suicide Squad, then they want to get mad at people not personing and stuff like that. Hey, if you drop the ball, you putting all your trash, whatever you putting in there, that's your fault, not the customer's fault. So the only thing I can say to you, if you impress me, I will buy your games. If you don't, too bad, okay? That's just how life is. Hey, this is Retro. Leave your comment and thoughts. I'm out. 1.